Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to Double Advantage, a D&D podcast where half of us have no idea what's going on at any given moment. It's complete and utter chaos, but guess what? We love it. I am your Dungeon Master, John, and along with me are my beautiful friends like always, and let's go ahead and get them introduced, starting with the one and only Mr. Blazing Torchic.
Hello everybody, my name is Blazing Torchic, aka Daniel. I play Melon Sakuto, a male wood elf rogue. Basically, I just deal damage, I do stuff, which is pretty cool. I summon psychic knives, which don't cause bleeding, and yeah, that's pretty much all my character does.
I mean, you do a lot more than that. You slaughter fucking everything that comes in your path.
Yeah.
Wonder where that
Everything
comes
dies.
from. Anyway, up next we have BryceKrispie.
What's up, guys? BryceKrispie here. I play Volstagg the Forgotten, a half-orc druid. And we got some good shenanigans that I'm going to be able to do now that I hit level 5, so definitely look forward to that.
Oh yeah, they all hit level 5. I don't think we announced it at the end of the last episode, but they are now level 5. So lots of things are going to ensue, specifically with Datsunami.
Hey, oh, what is going on, you guys? I am Orias Scald, the cleric of the group. I like to keep these boys alive, which I'm going to have more ability to do so now, and also light a fire under them. Hey.
I have made a grave mistake allowing all of you to live this long. No, but
Try
seriously,
and kill us.
I've been trying. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to kill you at all. But yeah. So those are the wonderful crewmates of the show. Go ahead and check all their links down below. Twitters, Twitches, YouTubes. BryceKrispie's doing some awesome mini mystery pack openings for D&D. Possibly starting some new things coming up. Tsunami has been on that Pixelmon grind. He's also been kicking it with some new Arc on Twitch. If you fuck with Arc, go ahead and check out his Twitch. He's training some dinosaurs. Keeping it real. And me and Torchic are continuing the Soul Link, and so go ahead and peep that out. But yeah, quick announcement before we get into everything. Actually, two quick announcements. Go ahead and support the artists of the show, Renny, Texas, and Mitch Ninja. Without them, none of this would be possible. And last but certainly not least, the continued collaboration with the lovebracelet.org, helping to fight against domestic violence. Use the code ADVANTAGE double for 30% off your purchase and get yourself a wonderful bracelet. Go ahead and send us a picture. If you do get one, we will retweet it, and thank you for the wonderful support. So, with that, anything else you guys want to say before we get into it?
Nope.
Oh,
Alrighty. With that, let's go ahead and get into episode 19 of Double Advantage. When we last left off, our adventurers began the new leg of their journey and set sail once again with Captain Quinn and crew. With a 21-day journey ahead of them, they spent their days conversing and helping the ship sail smoothly, doing menial tasks, such as staying in the crow's nest, keeping watch, fishing for meals, and doing navigational things. They eventually met a band of traveling merchants on their journey and purchased some items for themselves, such as a rod of angling, or a pole of angling, that was basically a 10-foot stick that would turn into a fishing pole at Volstagg's command. Do you have a word that you have figured out, or are you still thinking about that?
I think I'm just going to go with fish.
Okay, so at the summoning word of fish, it will turn into a fishing pole. Eventually, as the days passed, time came to be Sakuto's birthday, which ended up being an absolute birthday-bashing battle of Sahuagin demise. Those poor souls were swiftly eviscerated. For the last leg of their journey, they laid low and eventually docked into the port city of Port Tinsley. From the dock, all of you can see that the city is not as grandiose as Ataro, and even makes coastline seem a little more interesting than you remember. Whilst the city seems to have a fair bit of occupants, it lacks the intricacies and the overall atmosphere that Ataro and coastline had. Immediately, you get a sense that this place is more business and less tourism. This is not a touring destination by any means, but a simple place of just standard living. It's very bland. in comparison to Ataro. And as you guys are looking out, Quinn comes up to the three of you and says, "Right, well, boys, it's been quite a pleasure traveling with you once again. But this time we're to be off by sunrise. We've got business elsewhere, and money doesn't make itself. So if you ever need us, please contact us, and we'll be there. But for now, farewell, and hopefully you stay safe on your travels."
Oh, you getting choked up on us leaving? Oh, well.
I sometimes I get it.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay.
It's
all
fine.
right.
No, honestly though, it's.
But you kept us safe, and we appreciate that.
Well,
But we will hopefully not the last time that we see each other.
no, not at all. And once again, you did save my life, so I do still owe you. But we'll save that for next time. So, and he goes ahead and he offers out a handshake to each of you.
Of course. Respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Just give him some thanks.
And he goes ahead and he walks back down low to get prepared for an immediate departure in the morning. It's about mid-afternoon by the time you get here. I would argue like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is much cooler here on this side of the continent, as opposed to the high 100s of Ataro and the Marilla Desert. This is more of a calm and modest 75. And as you step onto the cobblestone streets, Volstagg, your nature's mantle turns from an oceanscape to more of a calm beach with little tones of gray, kind of matching the vibe that the city gives. And so as you guys begin to walk, you can see that the dock is fairly busy, but it's not busy in the sense that Ataro was. This is just simple sailors hauling and unhauling cargo on and off ships. The smell of fish and salt filling the air, but it's not as pleasant as experiences past. But it's different. That's what it is. It's different than what you're used to. The contrast here is immediately present when you walk in. You walk through this cobblestone archway, an entrance into the city proper, the paved roads on the ground. The contrast here is that the beautifully deep orange sandstone of Ataro here is, or not here, but of Ataro is very contrast to here, where it's a gray, kind of bland, concrete-like texture. There's a similar amount of hustle and bustle here, but it's less jovial, less conversation, more kind of straight to the point interactions. The atmosphere has significantly reduced to somewhat of a tasteless environment, and it makes Ataro look like a paradise. But it's not like unbearable. It's just you realize, I mean, you've only been to 3 towns outside of the homes you've been in, besides for Scald, who's traveled a little bit more. Ataro was different. It was much, much different. And so kind of coming back to more of a sense of normalcy is a little odd to all of you. So as you begin to walk through the cobblestone streets, what would you like to do in this new city?
Well, this isn't the city that what's her name?
Buksabi's sister.
Buksabi's, yeah. Do we know her name?
He would have told you, I would assume, but I didn't in the game. Scald, you would know, but her name is Undala.
Undala. This isn't the city where she's at, right?
No,
that's
Zota, which is
Okay.
still a little bit more north. Probably at this point, I would say, or well, looking at the map, obviously you guys would have a map Buksabi would have given you one. But at this point, man, my throat is all types of fucked up today.
Same.
So yeah, it's a little bit more of a northwestern direction, but still more north. I would argue that it's probably about, depending on the path you take, about a week. I would say maybe a little bit less. So 6 days, I would say, still. But yeah, this is not the city that she is in.
Well,
And
do you guys want to stay here for a bit, or should we try and
Well-
secure travel?
Volstagg.
Yes.
Your home is her area on the way to your home?
No,
Because-
Kilmark Heights are above Zota.
Oh, okay. So I was just wondering, if we do like the withdraw, because I mean we are heading to your home, so it's up to you whether you want to head there first or.
I figured we could swing through Zota first on our way.
Yeah.
And then we don't have to backtrack.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
So
But so what time of day is it right now?
It's probably about 4 o'clock.
So we
In the
still have
afternoon.
some travel time we can do. So I mean, we can try to look around for like maybe a cart going that way, like some type of travel going that way.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Rent a couple of horses, maybe.
yeah, just to make it not walk. Kind
Would
of.
certainly make the travel faster.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just start looking around for any travel, like people look like they're about to be leaving town on a cart or like with maybe even someone that is renting horses.
Okay.
But yeah, just to start looking for an expedited way.
Okay, go ahead, and as you're walking through the streets, whoever's going to be looking, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay.
Make 1, 2.
Yeah, same here. 11.
Okay,
Oof.
I got 22.
22.
And
23.
23.
23, god damn. Okay, so let me go ahead and do something real quick. Alrighty, so as you guys are walking through the streets, you see that this is, like I said, more of a business place. Not a lot of recreational stuff going on. It's more of people just getting to one place from another, not really like veering off in any other directions. People here have intent to just do what they need to do and move on with their day. And you don't really see many people saddling up to leave. Like, this is not a place people come to often, and people don't seem to be leaving that often, but you do see, a place that's selling, wagons and horses, saddles, barding, stuff like that to help make travel a little bit easier. So if you wish to purchase things for expedited travel, this is the spot. So, what is it that you might be looking for?
Well, I guess probably the cheapest option.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this place they would have multiple horses. They would have all of the things you would need for, like saddles. They even have, armor for these horses if you want to buy, horses for like combat. But there is a wagon available with 2 horses attached to it.
Like, how big of a city is this right now? Like, is this like a big port city?
This is one of the smaller port cities you've been to. It's smaller. It's definitely smaller than Ataro, and it's definitely smaller than Coastline. It's not huge. It's bordering between town and city.
Yeah, I was just like, does it have a big marketplace? Now that I'm thinking about it.
after walking for a little bit, you would find a marketplace.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna. All right. So you guys secure a way for us. I'll give you guys like, I don't know, 30 gold for my hat, or like my third of something for the travel. I have to go run in and grab something very quickly, so we can kind of get these both done at the same time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sweet.
All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and we'll stick with Volstagg and Sakudo for just a second while they go ahead and do this. So after inquiring for a little bit, depending on what you want, the wagon on top of the 2 horses is going to be about 130 gold.
That's not too bad.
Terrible. Split that 3 ways. What is that? That's
Around about 45 gold each.
45 gold each. Let's see if we can haggle a little bit.
Okay. Who wants to lead this?
What would haggle be? Persuasion?
I would say persuasion. Yes.
Okay.
What's your?
I have a +2 in persuasion.
I have a +6.
Unless, well, I mean, I guess
You
this is
try
up to
and
you.
persuade.
If you could also do this by trying to intimidate, if that's what you would like to do. There's different way. It depends on how you're doing this. If you want to go up and be like, give me this for cheaper or else, I would say that's an intimidation. But if you're like, hey, do you think maybe you could do this? You know.
I'd say persuasion because my intimidation checks
Yeah.
never work.
That's true.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's not worked out in the past.
Okay. So if you're going to try to convince this person, it's a more of an elderly gnome who's kind of currently petting a horse. What do you say to him to try and convince him to give you this horse or these horses in this wagon?
Lord.
You're the one with the persuasion, Shakudo.
Yeah, let's dust off this old skill. And I just walk up to him and what's a good way? Well, excuse me. That wagon is listed as 130 gold. Are you sure that's the correct pricing? Because I could have sworn it used to be like a bit cheaper than that.
Okay, I like that. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. Or actually, technically you're lying, but I'll give it to you for persuasion. Natural 1. That's what you get for lying. That's what you get for lying. He's like currently petting the horse, and he looks up and he looks at you and he says, "You know, I'm not that stupid, boy.
I just facepalm.
130 gold is what I have listed. 130 is what you'll pay if you want it."
Okay, sorry, I must have been mistaken. We've been traveling around a lot recently.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Shepherd's Farm remembers.
Exactly.
I couldn't help myself. Sorry.
I know. You had to. So yeah.
Okay.
So natural
I don't think we
1.
could haggle.
That's what you get for lying to this old man's face.
I'll approach. Is there
Oh, no.
anything we can do to get you to knock a little off the price? Maybe a couple chores that we could help you with?
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. See if you can see what you can do to this man to get him on your side.
It was on natural 20.
16 is not bad.
Oh,
He knowing that you lied to him because it was a natural 1, so it's pretty blatant. He says, "Well, I do need help cleaning up the horse stables. If you want to spend a couple hours doing that, I can maybe knock it down to 100.
I'm okay with that kind of work. I say
Yeah,
begrudgingly.
I'm okay with that, not really at all."
All right.
I mean, sure.
You have yourself a deal, sir.
All right then. And he goes and he shakes your hand. So Volstagg and Sakudo spend the next, couple of minutes while Skull's at the marketplace shoveling shit. So we're gonna
The
go
whole
ahead.
time I'm just glaring at Sakato.
and it zooms out from that and zooms into Scald in the marketplace.
Joe's rusty.
What are you here looking for?
So I just got, as I woke up today, I found that I had the ability to use the spell Revivify. So I'm going to be on the hopeful lookout for a diamond salesman of some kind, and hopefully see what they have.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a perception check as you walk through the mart here.
Okay.
It's less of like, it's more like a farmer's market. So it's kind of got that vibe.
23 again.
23. You begin walking and you see, people selling fresh fruits and vegetables, people selling, linens and cloths, different everyday necessities. And as you start getting a little bit deeper into the marketplace, you start getting into more of the higher end things. And eventually you do come across a jeweler who is currently, he has these two goggles on that are being used as like magnifying glasses. And he's currently working on a ruby that he's currently trying to refine and make it presentable from being uncut to a more standard looking gem. And as you approach, he looks up and he takes his goggles off and he says, "Yes, hi, how can I help you?"
Hi. I'm a clerk of the Dawnfather, and I have recently been in the need of some diamonds. Not any. I don't need any special cuts or any, just raw diamonds if you have them. But I do need about 300 gold's worth. If that could be in one diamond, that'd be amazing. If it could be, the least amount, the better. But I was hoping that you could help me with this.
Yes, of course. Diamonds. I have lots of diamonds. Here. And he pulls out this like crate and it hits the ground. He's like, "Urgh!" And he hits it. And so he pulls out. There's a bunch of small ones. A bunch of 25 gold piece, a bunch of rings with diamonds in them, stuff like that. And then he pulls out this bigger one and he's like, "Urgh." So this one's 500 gold, but I could cut it and make it 300 if you want.
Yes, I only require the 300.
Okay, yeah. Here, let me just. Here. And he pulls his goggles back down and he takes this tool and he begins to not shave it down, but obviously break it up into two pieces, one 300 and one 200. And it takes a couple minutes, but eventually he does break you a piece of 300 GP diamond. That's honestly relatively small in the grand scheme of things.
Oh yeah. It's not like a whole baseball size diamond.
It's not a fucking chunk. It's like, probably the size of like a quarter, maybe. Yeah. It's not huge. And he says, "Is that good for you?"
That's perfect.
All right.
That's exactly what I needed.
300 gold, sir.
Okay, and I will hand over 30 platinum.
All right. And he takes a platinum. Love platinum. Okay, thank you for your patronage.
I appreciate you being here.
Of course. If you need anything, please come see me again.
Alrighty.
And he goes ahead and he pockets it and goes back to work on the ruby that he was refining. Anything else you wish to look for?
No. That will be all.
Alrighty, so eventually you go ahead and you make your way. And this was probably like 30 minutes to an hour, not even probably. I would say more like 30 minutes. And you go back to the stables and you see Volstagg and Sakato shoveling shit.
What did I miss?
Grand old time.
Are you guys
It's been
shoveling?
great.
Oh, you guys are actually shoving shit. What happened to our? Are we secure for a ride?
We have a horse
Yes.
and cart.
Okay. I guess my next question is, why are you guys shoveling shit?
We got a better deal on the cart this way. Let's just keep it at
Yeah.
that.
That's not good negotiation. I don't know if you guys understood that. You guys are
Yeah.
literally knee deep in shit right now.
Yeah.
How much off did you
Yeah.
get?
We got
30 gold.
30 gold off.
Boys, I'm gonna sit here and watch this.
You see the old man sitting in a rocking chair laughing his ass off right now? They asked for it.
Oh, hey, you know. Do you guys need a little? How much was it in total? Was my 30 enough?
It would be 33 gold between all of us.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give you guys 5 more. Here you go.
Alrighty, so go ahead and mark that off. After a bit of time shoveling shit, eventually the old man deems it worthy enough of payment, accepts it, and not hands you, but allows you to take control of the cart and the 2 horses. The cart is enough so 2 horses, you could ride the horses. There is a little carriage in the front that could seat about 2 people. And then the obvious, the cargo area, the 3 of you could easily sit in all together. You could potentially even all sleep in there if the weather does not permit outside sleeping on your journeys. But as you do get possession of this vehicle, it is starting to get a little later in the day. With all of that happening, I would say it's getting close to 7. The sun is beginning to set a little bit. If you do want to head out, there's, it would get dark on you pretty quick.
You guys want to find a place to stay here or head out and just camp when it gets dark?
Oh, we might as well hitch up here.
Yeah.
I agree.
The old man comes up and says, I can watch them for the night if you want to go stay at an inn or something.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Of course. And he takes them back and lets the horses back into their stables for the night. And so you guys have the town at your disposal now.
Probably search for an inn and some place to get some food.
Alrighty.
Would be a good idea.
Once again, another perception check, please, from all of you as you begin to gallivant the streets.
That was so close to being a 2.
All right. We got 20 from Volstagg, 21 from Sakura. 23 again, bro.
And
Alright.
in that one as well.
I mean, all
I
of
know,
you
right?
all of you got 20 or higher. You guys notice 2 distinct taverns / bars / inns on your way. You see Mitchell's Tavern and the Blue Fly Inn. You guys kind of are just perusing, looking through, and those are the 2 that you pass throughout the streets. So
Mitchell's Tavern sounds pretty good.
That sounds fine with me.
Sounds fun.
alrighty, you guys go ahead and make your way. It's a quaint place. It's nothing too crazy. You know how in grocery store areas, how different shops are just kind of right next to each other. This is less of a its own building and more of kind of it's grouped in with a bunch of other stuff, like a general store and a library, just for convenience sake. And you walk in, and it's, I wouldn't say busy, but there's about 5 patrons in here. And you can see over at the bar is a halfling male with curly hair that kind of covers his eyes a little bit. He's currently pouring drinks and, ushering to barmaids to, refill drinks and stuff like that. And he notices you guys walk in and says, welcome. Please, come in.
We take a seat at the bar.
Alrighty. And there's only one other person sitting at the bar right now, and he comes up to you and he says, "Hi, what can I get you?"
Well, we're looking for a place to sleep for the night and a meal.
Of course, I can do all of those for you. My name's Mitchell. Welcome to the tavern. So rooms for the night, 3 gold for room. Do you want solo rooms? Do you want group rooms?
Solo's fine.
Okay, yeah. 3 for each of the rooms. And for food, what can I get you?
Well, what do you got?
Well, we got meat pies, we got vegetable pies, we got assortment of meats, turkey legs, chicken. We even, have some nice rack of lamb currently in the fire pit. Honestly, whatever suits your fancy, we pretty much have it.
I'd take a vegetable pie.
All right, nice vegetable pie. Alrighty, what about for you, sir? And looks to you, Sakado.
I'll take a meat pie.
Alrighty, meat pie for you, and for you, and looks at you, Scald.
The lamb sounds pretty good.
Alrighty, lamb, meat pie, vegetable pie. Got it. Drinks.
Just a water for me.
Cool.
Take a glass of ale.
Glass of ale, and for you,
Water.
water. Alrighty. For all that total, so rooms, food, drink. Let's go 5 gold each.
Okay.
Alrighty, and he collects it. He says, "Alrighty, I'll be right with you. Enjoy the atmosphere." And he goes back and he starts yelling orders to chefs in the back. And you go ahead and you are now seated in here. It's very similar to the Junction, if you remember, the place where you guys met. It's very, very quaint, lots of wooden interior, but it kind of has a homey feel. It's a nice similar feeling that you remember. But yeah, so as you guys wait for your food, is there anything you want to do, talk about, say?
Could I just make a perception check, see, just a bit better, who's in the room and, what's going on?
Okay. Go ahead and, make a perception check.
12.
12. Okay. You begin to look around, and you see that it's just kind of like a very stereotypical tavern. People, conversing, having, drinks, eating food, different platters of meat on tables. You could see that people are, playing games of cards, games of dice, and nothing is really, different about this. Is just one of those standard taverns. But you do see that there's kind of a juxtaposition in one of the corners of the room, because while everybody who's here has somebody they're with, there is an individual sitting in a booth that is currently just kind of sitting alone. And as you look over in his direction, he kind of looks back into his cup.
I'll just pay no mind to it at the moment.
Okay. Eventually, as time goes by, you guys are handed your food and drinks. You are given your room keys. And he says, Mitchell comes up and he's like, "If you need anything else, please let me know."
Thank you.
Yeah.
Of course. Eat up. Enjoy. And you guys go ahead. The food is delicious. It has a very home-cooked feel to it. Like something, your family would have made, And so you guys eventually eat up, sipping on your drinks or your water. Belly's full. And so you guys are just now there together. If there's anything you want to do.
You said there were people playing cards. What kind of cards?
It seems to be like blackjack.
Okay.
Hmm.
Try my luck at a hand.
Okay. All right.
If I'd be inclined.
Alrighty, so you go ahead and you sit at this table. It's two dwarven gentlemen, and when you come up, one of them looks at you and says, all right, you want to get a little hand in there, boy?
I'll try my luck.
All right, I like your style. Go ahead. Currently, the pot's 2 gold to enter if you want to play.
Of course.
Alrighty, go ahead and put in your 2 gold, and let's go ahead and how do we want to do this? Okay, I guess we'll do it this way. Go ahead and roll a d10 twice. And don't tell me what it is. Basically, so obviously...
So let me just... I'll roll, like, my real D10.
Yeah, roll your real d10. So the way that I'll rule it is that a 10 will be a 10 or any face card. I'll let you choose that. And then a 1 is an ace, and you can choose for it to be a 1 or I think 11 is how it goes. So don't tell me. I'll roll separately on my own for these 2 gentlemen.
D10, so I can just roll 2 at the time.
Yeah, I'll roll for these separate gentlemen. All right. Let me go ahead and write this down real quick. So I don't remember. I don't forget. All right.
Oh, shit's another D10.
Alrighty. Just let me know when you have that, and then we can continue.
I found it. All right.
Alrighty, you got what you need.
Yep,
All
I
right,
got
cool.
my 2 numbers.
All right, it comes to the first dwarf who has a long black beard that's kind of tied in a knot at the bottom. He's gonna go ahead and say, "Hit me," and he says that he will stay. The next guy, more of a rust-colored hair, dwarven gentleman, goes ahead and says, "Hit me as well," and he throws his cards on the table as he busts. He's over, and giggity, and they point to you.
All right. Do I just, if I say hit me, I just roll 1 more D10?
If it says hit me, I will roll
Oh, okay.
to see what it
Yeah,
is.
hit.
Alrighty. It's a 4.
Okay. I didn't bust, so
You didn't bust. Okay.
I did not.
All right. He asks if you want another hit or if you're good.
Hit me.
All right. 2.
You're getting lucky with these.
All right.
Hit me.
Hit you again?
Mm-hmm.
He's getting bold. 3.
I'll stay.
Oh, he stays. Okay. He looks at you, the black bearded one that stayed in. He says, "All right, go ahead and throw down your cards. Whoever wins gets the pot." And he goes ahead and throws down, and he is currently showing 20.
18.
Ah.
Yeah,
he got 10, and then he got a face card. So
I got 9 on my first.
yeah, and so he goes ahead and he rakes in his 6 gold, and he says, That was not bad. It was pretty good, actually. Did you want to keep playing, or did you want to just throw one hand in to test your luck?
Look at him go. Double or nothing.
All right. I like your style. All right, go ahead, deal us in. And he points at the rust-haired dwarf who goes ahead and so go ahead and do the same thing that you did last time. Roll 2 10s and don't tell me, and I will do the same. Okay. Alrighty. All right. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. He's gonna say, "Hit me," and he's gonna say, "Hit me again." He's gonna stay.
Hit me.
All right. 7.
Uh, hit me.
2.
I'm staying.
Okay. He goes ahead and shows his hand. He's got 17.
18.
Ah.
Oh,
fuck.
again.
So he goes ahead and he piles it up and he pushes 12 gold your way and he says, "Nice, not bad at all, my friend."
It's a fun game.
It is. It is.
I'll play with you anytime.
All
JD.
right. Play with you anytime, Giggity. Stop. All right. So you have 12 gold at your disposal now. And if you wish to, if you continue to play, that is totally up to you. We could just simulate what happens if you eventually want to stop.
I'll probably
okay.
stop after that.
Okay. You take
Go
your,
out winning.
Take your win in. As you leave, he shakes your hand. Good earnings, boy.
Again, great playing with you.
Mm-hmm. And he goes back to his cup. And yeah, with that, Sakato, as you're watching, the man who was sitting in the corner booth, he like downs the rest of his drink, leaves a gold on the table, and you watch as he begins to walk out of the bar. And as he walks out, he's kind of got a hood as well, but it's kind of like, it's not like for covering his face, it's more for like covering his ears, like in case it gets cold. And as he looks at you, could you make me a perception check?
Okay. If it would let me make a perception check.
Wow,
Give
it
me a
is
second.
really thinking.
Has it rolled?
It says like it's in the process.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hit it again.
Yeah, that's fine.
Perception. Natural 20.
Oh shit. Okay.
Let's go.
All right. As he looks up at you, you can't see the ears, but because of how intent you're looking, you do see like an outline from underneath the hood, and you get an indication that this is an elven gentleman. And as he looks at you, you can see the more chiseled jawline features that elves typically have. And as you meet his face, your eyes meet his, your body shivers a little bit as you don't know exactly who this person is, but you get a feeling that you've seen the face before and that they're from your village.
Psionic whispers with them.
Okay. What do you say?
Okay, that's a D6 first of all.
Is it
Not
is it
that
with
really
a
matters.
is it with a willing creature or?
Oh wait, no, it's a D8 actually.
I want to check and see what it is.
I don't think it's willing.
But let me check. Because I don't think that it is either, but I just want to make sure. Where is it?
Oh, I can actually do Psionic Whispers for 2 extra hours potentially. Did I get 2 3s? Lovely, I got 2 3s.
I'm not seeing whispers on here. What the hell?
It's fine. I'll just read it. See if it says willing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably just gonna. Oh, there it is. As an action, then roll 1 psionic for a number of hours. The chosen creatures can speak telepathically with you, and you can speak telepathically with them as long as you are within 1 mile. You and the creature don't need to speak a common language to understand one another.
It
Yeah,
doesn't say anything about willing, so
it
yeah.
doesn't. Okay, you psychic whispers with them. What do you say?
Who are you?
He kind of stops for a second, looks at you, says,
I'm just acting casual.
yeah, he just looks at you and says,
Not giving away.
Meet me at the docks at midnight and I'll let you know. And just walks out.
Question.
Yeah.
Would my passive perception pick up on this at all?
Your passive perception, with your passive perception, what you would deduce from this is you also see the man get up.
Mm-hmm.
You also see him leave a gold on the table and begin to walk out, and you see that he looks over towards Sakudo, and Sakudo looks at him. The guy stops and then keeps walking. That's what you see. With a passive, what's your passive insight?
14.
You said you're being casual, Sakudo, yeah?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a, what would this be to act casual? Performance check, I guess? You're trying to pretend to be normal, I would say, maybe?
Okay,
Deception.
Or deception.
Three.
I would give you deception. Natural 20 again.
Natural 20 on performance.
Dude, my man hawked this guy out and then just okay.
Went from nat 1 to nat 20s.
It just looks like two people looking at each other. Maybe a moment of recognition, but then just glancing it off as nothing. Happenstance is what you chuck it down to be. And you go back and you sit down with your two friends with your new earnings. So,
Well, should we call it a night, boys?
Yeah, might as well get an early start tomorrow.
Yeah, I do have something I gotta go do at some point. So, if I leave my room, yeah, I'm just going to do that real quick.
I mean, anything like you need help with, or
Yeah. Do you
need
need
help
help?
looking for?
If I need help, I'll contact you with a psychic thing.
I mean, yeah, whatever. Doesn't sound like it's too crazy, but
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be anything serious.
cool. All right, yeah, let's tuck her down for the night.
alrighty, you guys go ahead and make your way up to your rooms and bed down for the night. And with that, I have to do
Well-
something real quick, but I'll be right back,
Okay.
and then we can continue it up. But yeah, so you guys, Sakudo, no, Volstagg and Scald, you guys go ahead and go to bed for the night, and Sakudo will come back in just a second to see what happens to you. So I'll be right back. You guys can discuss if you wish.
Oh no.
I want to actually throw the insight check your way.
I know. That's why I was like, do we believe him?
Yeah, I might. Because you've been secretive before.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's just like-
It's understandable. It's understandable.
That's why I was wondering if like my passive traits would pick anything up.
I mean,
I mean, I have
if
a
I
passive
hadn't.
insight of 17.
Okay.
Oh,
Mine's
what?
14. My passive investigation 17. But I wouldn't be able
My
to be
highest
investigate.
passive is 13.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm
To be honest,
insightful.
I can't believe I got flipping 2 nat 20s back to
Oh,
back.
yeah.
That was
My-
perfect.
My only 3 rolls tonight have been 3 19s.
Jeez.
That's insane.
Literally.
Mental.
Perception 23. Perception 23. Perception 23.
Perception 23, then performance 23. Just straight up. Second I saw this man was an elf, it was just, it's go time.
Okay, what happened? Sorry, I missed it.
Oh, we were just talking.
Yeah. So, Sakudo has been a little not forthcoming 100% with us all the time. So I was thinking if I want to give an insight check to his little thing he's given us.
Okay, so this will be a contested insight check versus deception.
Okay. I'll see
Well, I
what
mean,
we're gonna
actually,
do again.
technically, you're not lying, but you're lying about something.
Okay.
I want to see if
So
I can
just be-
tell if he's holding something back, essentially.
Oh, it's
Oh my
dead
god,
even.
it's perfect.
Can
Dead
I
even.
roll to try and break it? The tie?
Yeah,
Oh.
sure. Because technically, you
Okay.
also have reason to be suspicious of Sakudo,
Mm-hmm.
especially after the candle situation. You deliberately caught him in a lie there.
Oh no.
Okay. Scald, you chucked it down to being more of like a, this is just what Sakudo does. Like, he has something to do, and he'll do it, and he'll come back. Volstagg, in combination and conjunction to the encounter you had witnessed, you chucked it down to just happenstance. But now that he seems to have to do something later, you put two and two together. And while you don't necessarily mistrust him, you don't exactly believe he was being 100% truthful with you. There was some truth to what he was saying, but it sounded like he was withholding something.
I kind of pull Scald off to the side, and
I think we need to follow him when he leaves tonight.
Oh yeah, that wasn't our plan. Oh, all right. Yeah. We definitely have to do that. I figured you were gonna follow him. We were gonna be going anyways. So
Well, he didn't seem to want us. I didn't know if you caught the interactions that he had with that elf in the bar.
I mean, I saw them walk out and kind of look over, but I didn't see anything crazy about that. But if you're thinking those two now all of a sudden he has something to do, and it has to do with that,
Yeah.
we definitely need to at least have his back. Just if maybe he doesn't know he needs our help. That's the thing.
I agree.
So yeah, let's wait for him to leave, and then we'll totally follow him.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
So, Sakudo and Volstagg and Scald, you go to sleep, quote unquote. And so Sakudo, it's a couple of minutes till midnight. You know that the dock is about a 5-minute walk away. You go ahead and begin to leave out of your room. So go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay. I was planning on that.
And Scald,
20.
20. So Scald and
With a
Volstagg, how exactly are you keeping watch to make sure that you know when he leaves?
Definitely gonna have like our door cracked, and then I wanted to keep watch on the hallway. Like we just take turns keeping watch on the hallway.
Okay.
I was
Actually-
going to say I could wild shape into a bug and just kind of chill.
Okay. So, we'll say that you are currently a bug on the wall. So Sakudo, make a stealth check. Was
Another
it
one?
20? Oh, you did a 20. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
20.
Obviously it doesn't really matter because he can't go invisible. You being a bug on the wall, do see him leave his room and begin to make his way down the stairs.
Yeah, I wait for him to get down the stairs and
Okay.
then crawl into Skull's room and wild shape back and then tell Skull he's left. And then I want to cast Pass Without a Trace on Skull and I.
Okay.
Ah, damn
Excellent.
it.
Excellent. All right. Go ahead and okay. So you guys are going to follow him. Go ahead and make stealth checks of your own.
Please roll bad. Please roll bad.
And then we get a +10 to that Skull.
Okay.
Oh.
Cool. Because I have disadvantage. Hey, not bad. 21.
Oh.
All right.
That's
21
16.
and 18.
18, yeah.
Okay. You guys begin to slowly follow him, making yourselves nonchalant, as you walk through the actual bar, but once you get outside, you have a good distance on him. Pretty far enough to the point where he won't really see you. And so, all right, Sakudo, what is your plan heading forward?
Okay, so I'll know the group isn't exactly gonna buy that what I'm saying is 100% truthful, because, like, I'll know that I haven't been the most open with them with everything. So, like, I'll get about halfway, and then I'll just, like, make a check around to see if they're following us.
Okay, so I will have. So they've made 18 and 21. Go ahead and make a perception check to see if you can
Sweet.
beat those stealth checks.
13. Nope. Nearly a 17.
No.
Would have seen Volstagg.
So you don't see anyone. Nobody is in the streets tonight. It's a quiet night. Not even like there's not even like street lanterns on. It's just like pitch black. You do have dark vision though, so you can see, but you currently have no sight of anybody.
Okay. I just keep heading towards the dock.
Alrighty. So, eventually, you begin to make your way through the night streets. The stars in the sky. You can hear the faint sound of waves crashing on the shore as you begin to make your way closer and closer to the docks. And as you get there, you can see that there is an individual sitting on the edge of one of the docks, currently looking out into, like, the ocean.
Does he know I'm there yet?
He hasn't noticed anything.
Okay. I kind of, like, make a noise to let him know of my presence.
He turns around and sees you. He stands up, walks a little bit closer to you. He smirks. The moonlight glances off his face a little bit, and he smirks, and he says, "So, the Red Rebel returns. What makes you think you can show your face on this side of the continent without any repercussions?"
How do you know me?
How does everyone not know you? You know what you did. You just expect people to not talk about that, to forget that? That's not something that just disappears. I mean, the only thing that disappeared was you. I mean, honestly, I thought you were dead. But...
That was the plan.
Well, the council didn't seem to think that way. I mean, they were pretty adamant that you were still alive, and by the grace of the gods, they were right.
How did you find me?
Well, honestly, you found me. After the entire, situation had occurred, what was left of the council decided to impose spies in the surrounding areas to keep an eye out for you. I've been stationed here for about 1.5 years, just waiting to see if you would ever show up again. And you did.
Are you unarmed?
Do you want me to be?
Depends on what you do, and depends on what you're going to do.
I really think that question depends on you. I mean, your history is muddled. Bloodshed spattered throughout. If anything, I should be more afraid of you.
You have no reason to fear me now. I'm not going back to that place. Never again.
Well, that is quite unfortunate. Because you do realize you're a wanted man.
You think I don't know that?
Then why did you show up here? I mean, we're not even remotely close to Kalsang, but you showed up here anyway. Why?
It's not something you need to know.
Well, let me put it to you this way. I'm on a mission. I have a duty. I found you. I have to report it. Now, I know that I can't overtake you, and I know that I can't bring you back myself, but people will be looking for you once they find out you're on this side.
I mean no harm with what I'm doing right now. If you guys attack me, you know what will happen. We might just get a repeat of last time.
Well, No one wants that now, do we?
No. So stay away.
I have a proposition for you, if you're so inclined.
Go on then, humor me.
You wish to never return, yes?
The only way I would return is if something happened to my family. And I think we know what happened last time something happened to my family.
Oh, don't worry. Your family's fine. They're making sure of that.
Good.
They want leverage in case you come back.
You harm them. You won't see yours.
Funny you mention that. You see, since I've been here, I had to basically be undercover, assume a different, how do you say, alter ego. Whilst I've been here, I met someone that I love very much and wish to keep them safe. You want to stay under the radar, you want to not go back. I wish to stay here and pretend as if I never found you. But in order to provide them with the life they deserve, you need money for that. I think we have a similar aim here in this game. You want to be unseen. You want to be far away from that place. I can do that for you. Pretend as if none of this ever happened. That I didn't see you. That I never talked to you. And I need some funds.
How am I supposed to believe you?
He goes ahead and he pulls back his cloak, takes out his daggers and drops them on the dock. Happy now?
Dropping a weapon means nothing to me. We both know who would win if we fought.
Yes, we do know. But look, I have no intentions of actually harming you. My job is to report back. We can let this all slide.
How do I know you won't just pocket the cash and report back anyway?
Because you'll come find me and kill me. Look. You know better than I the tendencies that the council has. If they find out that I withheld information from them, my head's on the chopping block next. I have more on the line than you do. Why would I even propose this idea to you, knowing that if they found out, I would die?
You do know the council has ways of finding out stuff, even if you try and hide it.
Well, then at least all I could do is give you a little time. And some advice.
Does this
Hopefully,
advice come with a cost?
this advice is in tandem with the cost. I'll give it to you as a sign of good faith. Hoping that maybe you'll agree to our little deal.
Go ahead.
There's scouts spattered all throughout the cities and towns surrounding Kalsang. There's one in at least every town. There's one in Zota, there's one in Snowcaster, there's one in Rosethal. All waiting for you to show up. And it's not hard to find you. Your eyes are red. Any elf with red eyes that comes into the town is an immediate threat to them. Just be lucky you got to me first.
Is that all they have? The red eyes? Nothing else?
I mean, they know what you look like. Everyone knows what you look like. But it's kind of hard to get rid of the red eyes. If you find a way to get rid of those, you'll be fine.
Just my luck.
Genetics, they get the best of us. Look,
So there's definitely one in Zato.
in Zota, yeah.
Zota.
There's one everywhere. I mean, look. And he's unarmed, and he starts to take a step closer to you.
I operate the knife, point and say, "Stay back."
All right. Look. I don't know why you didn't expect this. What you did is not just going to be washed away. I mean, it literally took months to clean the blood out of the floors of that chamber. This is not
Worth it.
something... Look, I hate the council just as much as you do, but... You can't run away from this forever. What are you gonna do when your family needs you?
If push comes to shove, I'll get rid of the rest.
Well, in good faith I offered you this information. I hope that you're inclined to accept the deal.
Which was it? Again?
250. I'll keep my mouth shut, locked, and zipped.
I'm assuming that's 250, right?
Yeah.
How much have I got? $225.
What did you say, sorry?
225.
225. Make a persuasion check.
Oh god, this went well last time, didn't it? 10. Wait.
Okay. You're in no place to negotiate, Malon. Give it up already.
Fine. But if I hear that you said anything, you know what happens.
Indeed I do. He holds out his hand.
I don't shake.
It's for the gold.
No. Okay. I throw the gold to him.
Palms it. And he just goes over his mouth like he's zipping it shut and throwing the key into the ocean. Have safe travels, Malon. He walks past you. And leaves as he disappears into the distant night. So, Volstagg and Skald. Obviously, you would have stayed far away enough to the point where I'm not going to require you to make a stealth check. But, I will need you both to make perception checks to see if you... Actually, no, wait. Observant. It allows you to read lips, yeah, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so Skald, you guys had to stay pretty far away to not be seen. Volstagg, you saw everything that the elven gentleman was saying. Sakuro's back was to you. So you could not read his lips. But you heard that conversation only through the side of the elven gentleman. And you watched it. And so, Skald, what you see is you just see them talking for a while. Eventually, the guy drops his knives, and then Sakura throws him some coin, and then he walks off. So, Sakura, now that that has ended, what do you do?
So, like, what's the area around it? Is there, like, any buildings or stuff?
I mean, you're currently on the docks. You would have to walk up some stairs to get back into the main road. And then there's just, buildings. Are you
I
looking
just go
for...
to, like, the nearest wall and just smack it with my fist.
Alright. You take 1 point of damage. And your knuckles start to bleed as you just punch a concrete wall.
The wall take any damage?
Roll an attack roll.
I'm assuming with no modifier. Or strength modifier, maybe?
It'd be your strength modifier.
Okay. 9.
Yeah, no, it takes no damage. Just got some blood on it now.
Yeah. I just operate both my knives and just chuck them towards the ocean out of pure anger, not aiming for anything.
All right. After about 60 feet, they dissipate into nothingness, and the vapors that come off of the daggers as they dissipate are red. What were crimson is now a deep, a much deeper, almost black-like red, emanating through your deep anger and frustration for the situation at hand.
So, do you think you knew that guy?
What I've read, yes. And that just
Ah.
opened up so many more questions about our friend Sakuno.
Yeah.
And the first thing that that you had seen, he said like, well, but he called Sakudo the Red Rebel,
Mm-hmm.
which Sakudo, you haven't heard before.
Seems like I've become famous in Kansai.
Indeed.
Infamous.
Yeah, infamous for sure.
Infamous.
All right,
Okay.
what do you do?
After I've taken a second to calm down on the pure anger of being discovered, I walk halfway towards the tavern, and then I call out for Volstagg and Scald.
Okay. You go ahead and you call out their names. What do you two do?
Oh,
Yes.
wait. Shit, wait. No way he knows we're here. We were like so stealthy. Like, I've never been this stealthy. There's no way he knows. Do we go out?
Okay, so Sakudo, you haven't seen them yet. You haven't sensed any sign of them. Are you just doing this because Sakudo personally believes that they would be following him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so he has no indication that you guys are there. He's just assuming because that's what you guys would do.
He's just yelling out, like just
Yeah.
turning in circles, I assume, just yelling our names.
I think he
Yeah.
probably would have only done it like once or twice, but that's up to him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Once or
he's
twice.
he's calling your name. Do you guys make your presence known, or do you stay hidden?
We'll slowly come out of like the bush we're in.
Yeah. We walk out.
Hey.
My face just
Uh,
gets a lot grimmer.
A very stern, kind of almost angry grin, or not grin, but like facial expression. You like, you know, the look that your parents give you when they say, "I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed."
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
That look.
That shit hurts, dude. That's terrible.
It does.
Okay.
Sakudo. So, like, don't be mad about us following you, but you gotta understand, man. We did it to see why you would lie to us. I mean, I wasn't totally convinced you were lying, but Volstagg was, and sure enough, I mean, you weren't lying. But you were definitely hiding something. But I mean, are you willing to talk about it now? This seems like something's getting out of hand that you're not in control of anymore. Because they're bribing you now? Is that what I just saw? You give him gold?
How much did you hear?
I didn't hear anything. I know.
All of it.
What do you think then?
I mean, I think that you're our friend and that we're going to help you get through this.
But the
We
secrets
all-
have to stop.
We all have a history, man. And if you want to know anything, if anything comes up about us, I hope that we'll not hide it. But yeah, man, I mean, if you got someone coming up to you trying to out you, we can help you. Literally what we've been doing for each other. What? I mean, so how bad is this?
Very, very bad.
Okay. You killed somebody?
And at this point, I realize I've still kept the voice up, and I just drop it. It's just like, well, it's not a case of somebody.
When I
More
heard, it
of-
sounded like some buddies.
Yeah.
Okay. More than one person. Were they bad? Did they deserve it?
Some would say otherwise. I
Okay.
would say they definitely deserved it.
Why?
My father. He served so long for our city. And when he found out the slightest misdoing of the council, they had him killed. They tried to hide it. They tried. They couldn't. They didn't do enough. I was the only one who found out. I couldn't tell my family. I couldn't. How could I tell them? If the people that they're supposed to trust to govern them has just killed off their father, their husband. So, I took it into my own hands. There was a meeting. Give me a second.
You're good.
I need to open something real quick because I did have a specific day. There was a meeting sometime in what month? Midget. For the council, and I went there. Not many escaped. Not many. They had to pay. They had to.
Look, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that what they
My
did
father,
was. I know,
he did everything.
and that's. I'm sorry. I really am that happened to you and your family. But stooping to their level and getting that, making yourself the enemy. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that they didn't deserve what they got, because they were clearly not good people. But there's other ways to do it. You gotta look out for your family, because now your family doesn't have you to look after them. You know, you're on the run. And yeah, do you feel better now that they're dead? Probably not, because now you're running. And people are looking for you. And they're coming after you pretty hard, apparently. So I'm not gonna tell you, obviously hindsight, but don't think that you're evil or anything. Like I said, it's justified in a way, but we gotta try to fix this.
They won't let me fix it. My family's fine. They have Seiko. She's strong. She can protect them. She'll keep all of them safe. She'll keep Mother and Face-san safe. My family will be fine.
Good, but how do we go about getting you not to be a wanted man?
Well,
I do think someday you are going to have to answer for this.
that's not the issue right now. The issue right now is they're looking for me, and they have people in places we're heading to.
Well, maybe that day to face that music is a little sooner than we thought.
Just know, whatever happens, we'll stand with you.
Whatever happens,
Whatever happens.
I wouldn't say that so readily.
Well, we know the Sakuda that we've, that is you now. Good enough for me.
Sure, we can find ways to prove your, well, not really innocence, but prove to the people of your city that their government is corrupt.
They all
Done it
know.
once.
They all know. My father's disappearance, after a while, I'm assuming, hopefully, that people have been able to think. They're not dumb. They're smart. People that are smart, they will know. But they can't take a stand against them. They have too much power.
That sounds
But-
like we need to take out some of that power. Get
Or
the people
give-
empowered.
Take out all of it.
To give the people some more power
Yes.
so that they're not afraid to, because that's the thing. They're just afraid. You don't like to go against government for the most part, because usually you're going to lose. But maybe we can help.
If you were to help, would you be ready to kill? And I'm not just talking monsters. I'm talking people. If you're saying you're ready to help, you're gonna have to be prepared to kill people who you don't know. You don't know the motives of, you don't know them.
Don't-
They could be good.
We don't have to kill. We can
I'm
go
not
for
saying we
non-lethal.
will. I'm not saying we will, but
I'm saying killing
Given-
isn't always the answer. I
I
mean,
know
we've
wants to reason.
knocked their asses unconscious, man.
What will that solve?
We
Once
can
the
get
new government's instated, they can be tried for their crimes.
can't just kill them all because that makes them martyrs. Them dying for this, like, it makes them the ones that are looked at as victims, and it's not going to get us anywhere. To find another way.
All I'm saying is, I don't know if we do end up fighting them. Non-lethal may go out the window.
Let's try not to fight.
Something tells me that that might not be the case. They might not fight you, but I know that they will want me dead, no matter the cost.
Well, say we get back, get some sleep, and we'll head out tomorrow, and when we start getting closer, we can start coming up with more of a plan. Head back.
Head back.
All right. You guys make your way through the dark-lit city, eventually back into Mitchell's Tavern and Inn, up into the stairs and into your separate chambers for the night. You guys drift off to sleep slowly, and Volstagg, after thinking about everything, you eventually begin to fall asleep. You drift off, and you feel like you're awake again, but you're laying down in a forest. Alone. And you look up into the sky, and everything slowly starts to spin. And as it begins to spin around you, all of the elements of this forest begin to intertwine and merge, and within a blink of an eye, you can see every aspect of the world around you being intertwined with one another, how the pieces fit together like a puzzle. There's a balance. There's a balance to everything within nature. It's a vast variety of plants and animal life. It's a combination of storm, thunder, fire. This balance is built into the world. Yet it may not seem like that at a first glance. It seems like it could just be a whirlwind of chaos with nothing having any purpose. But as you stay in that center, being circled around by everything, you do realize that this chaos is what makes the world go round. Fire may burn and leave death in its wake, but in its path lies the ability to grow, to flourish. There's some symbolism there. There's some symbolism in everything, every aspect of nature. There's a meaning, there's a purpose. Your purpose. And everything begins to slowly stop spinning. And you are now once again in a calm, quiet forest. And you look down at your bear paw totem, the one that helps you harness the connection you have with the world. And you watch as it kind of glows slightly with a pulse. A warm, light pulse. And you feel that energy transfer into your chest and through your body, from your head to your toes, the entire aura, a light, warm sensation that slowly dissipates. And you feel more in touch with the surrounding area. You feel more in touch with yourself, with nature. And you feel something inside of you has unlocked. That same pulsing aura flowing through you, growing ever stronger. And you feel like this connection that you have to the wilderness, to the world around you, has been even more fortified. And the rest of the dream you spend just walking through this forest. And Scald, as you fall asleep, worrying about your friend, worrying about the path he's down and the past he left behind, your eyelids shut and you enter the realm of dreams once again. And once again, like a similar dream you had before, you're standing in the rust-colored sands of the Morella Desert, with nothing for miles upon miles. And your heritage, your Genasi ancestry, the fire of passion that burns within your heart, you feel it beginning to grow and expand. You feel the death of the Sun Warden fuel that fire in your chest. The passion for good. The passion to help, to heal. But there's a conflict inside of you. A warning that while this burning ember inside of you is fueled by the passion and the love that you have for your friends, for the Dawnfather, you feel that under the wrong circumstances you could be overtaken by it. The fire, the death that is associated, the destruction, the ruin, the terror that is associated with fire could be within you if you head down the wrong path. But you're guided. You have someone to help you that saw potential in you and allowed you to use that fire to change the lives of others, to change the course of history. You hear a voiceless emotion wash over you that tells you to be valiant, to be good. And while it has no voice, it has no cadence, it's familiar to when the Dawnfather first spoke to you. And you feel that flame inside of you stay in that enlarged form, as something within has grown as well throughout your travels. And eventually it begins to fade. And Sakura, you have the roughest time sleeping. But you're able to finally get into a meditative trance to relax your body, relax your mind for some semblance of rest. You see your family. Laughing, playing, your little sister running around, giggling, smiling at you. And then it all spirals into darkness, emptiness, soundless, as you're standing in a chamber room. Bodies on the floor, blood dripping from your daggers. That pain and buzzing in your head that you overcame rushes back into you. It blinds you. It puts you in a fit of emotion and rage. It pounds your head until you can't take it anymore, and eventually that buzzing turns into screams of fear, terror. And you wake up in a cold sweat, your bed drenched with your own sweat. And you realize that your past is coming back. And it might be a little too hard to outrun it at this point. And with that, we're going to end this episode. This one was a definitely interesting one, filled with a lot of good roleplay. I'm proud of you guys. That was great. But yeah, thank you guys once again for being here. Thank you everybody for watching. This was a blast. Go ahead and check all of the homies links down in the description. Go ahead and show them some love and support. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. So we love you guys very much. Stay safe. Enjoy your squirt sticks, and we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.
See ya.